Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
Hey, thanks for joining us for WNY News Now on this Thursday. I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Matt Hummel. Happening now, heavy rain early this morning has caused a number of roadways to be flooded, including washing out one in Cat County. Details coming up.
Yeah, plus Jamestown man is in jail following a dispute. But first, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter is here as to whether we'll get more rain today. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Justin and Matt, and yeah, it's definitely been a very wet morning. Here's a live look from the Warren Sky Vision camera from on top of the City Bank. You can see the Hickory Street Bridge is rather wet. And look at the rainfall accumulation, 1.36 inches. This is gauged at the camera, and this actually started around 3 or 4 o'clock this morning when we started really having all this heavy rain. So that's a rainfall total that actually starts at midnight, but they've had a lot of rain, and here it is on the radar. We've had just this batch of heavy rain. Of course, this is what we told you, how we were going to be in and out of this heavy rain today, and looks like a lot of the heavier rain has been south and east, but we have had some flooding issues. Now these are Doppler radar estimated rainfall totals, and you can see here around Jamestown about 2 inches, and as you work out towards Cat County about 1.5 here, 1 inches down near the state line, but right here west of Warren the radar estimates over 4 inches of rainfall, and that's actually a total that starts at about 10 o'clock last night. So again, you know, we've had a lot of rain and there's still some more rain to come. You see it here in the hour by hour, at least temperatures cooler down into the 60s, but another muggy day, but more rain is in the forecast. We'll time it out with Future Scan Plus, that 7-day, later on in the show. Justin and Matt.
All right, looking forward to it. Dakota, thank you. And as Dakota's been talking about our top story, the heavy rain early this morning is to blame for this roadway washing out in Cattaraugus County. Video shot by Chautauqua Weather Today and WNY News Now contributor Sean Sweatman shows that not much is left of Sawmill Run Road there in Cat County. Chautauqua County Fire Dispatch tells us that several roads are closed in our area due to flash flooding. In Ellicott, North Work Street, you see here, near Ross Mills Road, was one of many locations impacted. Flooding also occurred on Route 60 near the New York State Police Barracks in Jamestown. Fluvanna Avenue near the city line, Jones and Gifford, Mall Boulevard, and this portion of West Fairmount Avenue in Lakewood was closed due to flooding. The National Weather Service says around 1.6 inches of rain fell here at the Jamestown Airport in 1 hour between 7 and 8 this morning.
Wow, Justin. Jamestown police, meanwhile, say that a city of Jamestown man allegedly ripped a victim's necklace off of her, damaging it during a domestic dispute yesterday at Charles Street residence. Police additionally say that the incident allegedly occurred in front of a child. 27-year-old Andres Pizarro Campos was charged with fourth-degree criminal mischief and endangering the welfare of a child. Pizarro Campos was taken to Jamestown City Jail to await arraignment.
And a Cattaraugus County man is facing charges after an alleged domestic dispute with a teen on Broadway Road that happened in the town of Persia early Wednesday. Cattaraugus County Sheriff's deputies say that 37-year-old Travis Wright woke up the 16-year-old male during that alleged disturbance. Additionally, Wright also allegedly took the teen's cell phone and broke it along with other household items. Wright was arrested and charged with third-degree criminal mischief and endangering the welfare of a child. Sheriff's deputies there tell us that Wright was arraigned in the town of Persia court and released to a third party.
And the push to legalize recreational marijuana here in New York State has failed after state leaders did not reach a consensus on several key details yesterday. Senator Liz Krueger, a Manhattan Democrat and the lead sponsor of the main legalization bill in her chamber, confirmed that her legislation would not pass this year. With lawmakers set to adjourn this week, some supporters hope there is time to pass a more modest bill to eliminate criminal penalties for possession of marijuana and create a process for people to clear their records of past pot convictions. Members of the Democrat-led Senate and Assembly had recently suggested that several possible tweaks to legalization proposals in the hopes of picking up support. Yet none of them gained enough traction, while opponents of legalization held firm. Illinois is poised to become the 11th state to legalize recreational marijuana after lawmakers in that state approved legalization last month. Two of New York's neighbors, Justin, Massachusetts, and Vermont, have already taken that step.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people yesterday, at least in the comments of that breaking news story, were very disappointed that a deal couldn't be reached, although certainly forecasted by analysts and news agencies, much like ourselves, that it didn't seem like there was enough support because a lot of lawmakers are citing a number of red flags, even locally here, with some of them. And Joe Giglio, who spoke to us, he's Cattaraugus County's assemblyman representative, saying that he was concerned, and the reason why he would not be supporting the bill if it did come to a vote, because police aren't equipped to test people yet for driving under the influence of marijuana.
And it's ironic you bring that up, Justin, because a couple months ago I spoke with a Chautauqua County executive and state Senate candidate George Borrello, and I'm sure we'll hear more from him tonight during our debate. But he said, look, here in Chautauqua County, I think he said four officers in the entire county, and that's with all of the departments, know and are trained how to test people for any drugs roadside.
It seems like there should be more. I mean, that seems like an obvious. So certainly we will continue to follow this story and update all of you. I know it is very important to a lot of people. And let you know if there is any development. Obviously, this week ends their voting session, and right now it does not look like the marijuana bill will be passing. And as you mentioned, happy Thursday to all of you. Thanks for being here. Want to give you a shout out to join us tonight at 7 o'clock. I'm sure you've seen the promotions out there on social media and on our website and app. But to tune in here on Facebook Live, on the WNY News Now streaming network, wherever you see us, you'll see it. For the debate tonight at 7 o'clock between Chautauqua County Executive George Borrello and the Allegheny County Chairman, Kurt Crandall, who will be in studio talking about the issues of this district and the special election that they are in for the Republican primary, which is next Tuesday. So tune in tonight at 7 for that. A very interesting questions that will be posed. And I do want to talk about the flooding here.
Absolutely.
A lot of areas, including this in Cat County. I still can't believe that this is really what's happening now. This video is probably 30 minutes old from Sean Sweatman, our Chautauqua Weather Today and WNY News Now contributor, of a road completely washed out there. We'll have details up on our website and mobile app as we get them. But I know I was looking at further pictures down the line of that river that's really flowing over the road now, Matt. And there are houses there.
Yes.
So certainly scary situation for people. And we certainly did have quite a bit of rain that fell in just a short matter of time.
Absolutely.
Hello to Lauren. Hello to Emily, Cindy, Amanda, Joseph, Dakota, Mackenzie, David, Heather, Lauren, Andrew. Thank you for joining us today. A lot more to tell you about. Coming up, officials from Chautauqua County met recently to discuss further expanding sewer lines to the western side of Chautauqua Lake. Details in just a bit.
But first, the House of Representatives. They voted to block President Trump's military ban of transgender individuals. Dakota.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. The high yesterday was 77 degrees, and we only bottomed out at 64 this morning, and that's the rainfall accumulation over the past 24 hours, almost 2 inches, and more of it is on the way. WNY News Now continues in a minute, so don't go away.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
Now open in downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops, restaurant and tavern.
I have some real old-timey dishes on there that I'm just giving new life to. Like there's a shepherd's pie on there that's going to have some bison in it, real thick hearty gravy. Then I'm also doing beer flights. We're pairing it with a set of sliders, a set of tacos, and a set of mini rolls. So everything's going to have its own pair so you can get a taste of a little bit of everything and all the beers. We don't want to be known as the restaurant in the hotel. We want to be known as Pearl City Hops.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Well, hey, my name's Dave Wilfong, and I want to be the mayor of the city of Jamestown. I grew up in the city of Jamestown, graduated from Jamestown High School, and after graduation, I went into the U.S. Army for 4 years. When I came back to Jamestown, I noticed that Jamestown had taken a different road, a road that I wasn't happy with. In 2014, I was elected as Chautauqua County representative from District 11 in the city of Jamestown. I promised my constituents 3 things: that I would lower taxes, I would cut wasteful spending in government, and I would decrease the size of government. And I'm proud to say that I've done all 3 things. I think we need to move Jamestown to the manufacturing base that it once knew and was actually king of at one time. We need to provide shovel-ready sites. We need to provide a workforce that's ready to take on those jobs and bring the tax base back to Jamestown and make Jamestown the American city that it used to be and still can be. My name's Dave Wilfong. I'm running for mayor of the city of Jamestown. Please vote for me on primary day, June 25th. The polls are open from 12 to 9. Thank you so much.
And happening now, the House of Representatives approved an amendment on Tuesday night that blocks the Pentagon from using funds to implement President Trump's transgender military ban by a vote of 243 to 183. During a teleconference with reporters yesterday, WNY News Now asked Reid for his thoughts on the issue. He says he continued to vote in accordance with his record.
My record is clear when it comes to the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender issues. I do not support discrimination, and my vote last night was consistent with that position. I understand the concern that has been expressed to make sure that military participants meet the physical standards that are required to make sure that our men and women can defend our country and do the job as safely as possible so they return to their families. But at the same time, just because of one's sexual orientation, I do not believe disqualifies them from serving in the military.
Now, the ban blocks prospective recruits that are diagnosed with the condition known as gender dysphoria from serving with limited exceptions. Now, transgender individuals can serve so long as they meet the standards of sex they were assigned at birth. The police allows active transgender troops diagnosed with gender dysphoria before April to begin to serve openly, and those who began or have finished transitioning.
Well, officials from Chautauqua County met recently to discuss further expanding sewer lines to the western side of Chautauqua Lake. The Western Side Sewer Expansion Project is slated to provide public sewers to some homeowners in the west side of the lake. County officials said around 450 properties along Route 394 through Stowe will be included in the project. The project will be included in the installation of a new pump station, which will be adjacent to and will replace the existing Sunrise Cove pump station, and a new force main from the station to the Sherman Bay pump station. The system will also include around 15,000 feet of gravity sewer, 36,000 feet of pressure sewer, and 2 intermediate pumping stations, around 200 grinder pumping stations as well. Now, this project is estimated to cost $16.9 million, all financed through a combination of grants and from the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation's Clean Water State Resolving Fund. Now, once established, the estimated first-year user cost will be $1,000 a year for equivalent dwelling units or properties with single-family dwelling water usage, and $100 per year for vacant parcels. Officials said users are responsible to pay for the cost to install the sewer line from their homes to the property line or to a grinder pumping station that is closest to them.
American preschoolers are getting leaner. That's according to a new Centers for Disease Control study, which shows that the obesity rate fell from 16% in 2010 to 14% back in 2016. CDC researchers studied children across all races who were 2 to 4 years old and receiving government food aid. The decline follows an upward trend that persisted from 2000 to 2010. It's unclear what caused that shift. Now, possibilities include the government's nutrition plan adding more fruits and vegetables, reducing juice allowances, and switching from high-fat to low-fat milk. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, 15% of all U.S. children 2 to 5 years old were obese in 2016. Obesity puts children at high risk of developing diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease.
Well, as we've discussed all week long, this Friday is the first official day of summer, and we are helping you and your family stay safe this season. One way to beat the heat is to jump in the water at your favorite swimming spot. For some, the pool or lake. For others, the ocean. Meredith Wood has a few tips on how you and your loved ones can stay safe no matter what the choice is.
As you head to the water this summer, parents should keep a few things in mind.
The biggest thing is, as a parent, making sure that you're alert and aware of your child in the water and staying off your cell phone.
Keep your littlest ones close.
If they're under 6, they should be within arm's reach of an adult, and if they're over 6, they should be within eye's reach.
Don't slack as they get older.
Even strong swimmers can struggle in the water, and drowning can happen within 10 seconds.
Get them into swimming lessons early.
I think as early as 6 months, I would get them into the water, because even if they're not able to swim on their own freely, they're still getting acclimated to being in the water.
And if you ever see anyone struggling, lifeguards want you to remember this.
What we say is reach or throw, don't go, so that you're not putting yourself at risk also. You should reach out for them or throw something that can help them so that you're not also in danger.
For today's Health Minute, I'm Meredith Wood.
All right, Meredith, some great tips there. Thank you. And, this is really a big thing that I think a lot of parents of young kids have to pay attention to, because, here locally we've seen some drowning deaths of 1, 2, 3-year-olds who find their way into a pool and don't know how to find their way out of a pool, or can't, they drown. They can't survive in the water. So certainly, good tips there for everybody. Mm-hmm. And, I saw this segment on a national broadcast a couple months ago, where a celebrity family, their son drowned in the water at 2 years old, and now their other kids that they've since had, and they're partnering with groups to try and educate people, but they say get the kids in the water as young as they can to learn how to swim, so that you can prevent it.
Absolutely. I mean, for me personally, it took a little while. I think I was probably 7 by the time I fully learned how to swim. But, I've seen over my lifetime, when you start young, you've got plenty more experience. And I do think that is critical. You bring up an excellent point, I must say.
My parents, they were luckily in the position to do this as a kid, but they promised if we got swimming lessons and we went to the Boys and Girls Club here in Jamestown, if we learned how to swim, they'd buy us a pool. And boy, that certainly made summers fun.
I've been there.
That's been there.
Calling Justin's parents, can we bring it back?
Yes, there's no more pool now. What the heck, they move out of the house, and it's like, okay, closing the pool. So what you gonna do? Joe, he likes the YMCA pool, lower pool. That's a good one too. I do remember swimming there. Hello to Mike. Hello to Sean. Hello to Amy. Hello to Susie. Lauren, hello to you. Thanks for tuning in. Amanda, hello. Emily's here. Cindy. Let's see who else has joined us. Kyle's here. Heather's here.
Yeah.
So hopefully you all are having a good day and enjoying yourself out there. And certainly we really don't need a pool today, Matt. It's pretty darn wet.
Well, we're gonna blame Dakota for that.
Yeah.
Corporate's calling.
We always blame.
Ring.
We love. Ring. Coming up next, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. He's here with a live look at our weather.
Yeah. Jeopardy contestant makes a donation in host Alex Trebek's name. Details ahead as News Now continues.
If I don't die first from my own call.
Stay awake.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
What we did is we threw the kids away, and that is an issue for me.
It's this illusion of a design for the future while still living in a society that suppresses the past.
It's a lot of small businesses out here. We're not corporate made, so we don't get the attention that we deserve also.
You put money in your residence and the value of your property does not increase.
You know, we've taken God out of the equation. Because of that, I believe that we have gone on this downhill spiral.
Raven's been at my home. I think this is the 4th meeting to discuss issues. How's things going? What would you like to see change?
And she's pushing for small businesses.
I just think it's time to try something new and see if someone else can make a positive difference.
That's the type of genuine person that should be in public service.
So if we want to make a difference, we have to vote differently. I'm Raven Mason Thompson, running for Ward 2 City Council, and look forward to your vote on the June 25th primary.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
And welcome back. And if you grew up poor like me, the swimming pool was the bathtub. Let's take a live look at radar, and you can see here that we've had the rain that has been moving from southwest to northeast today, and this is all that heavy rain that we've had. We'll zoom you right into Chautauqua County and show you what's going on. The rain is starting to taper off. We have a little bit of breaks in the rain coverage, but there's still some rain falling, and there is some more on the way as we take you out to Cat County. Again, we've had some flooding issues in Cat County with a road that's been completely washed away, and there's some more rain. You can see some heavier rain down in PA, and there's actually a flash flood warning for pretty much the metro area of Rochester. That's this blinking maroon polygon you see here, and so that goes until 12:30 for a lot of the heavier rain. And in terms of the flash flood warning, we also have a bunch of warnings that are in place. So these lighter green counties here that are shaded in this light green, that is an aerial flood warning. The darker green is a flash flood watch, and there's that flash flood warning for the Rochester metro there in the maroon color. So we've had a lot of rain came down, and this is how much rain we've had at the Jamestown airport just this morning. Look at how the rain shot up from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. over an inch of rain in an hour's time gauged at the Jamestown airport, and already we're knocking on almost 2 inches of rainfall just from 4 a.m. this morning when the rain started. So again, we've got more rain to go through, and in terms of the impacts today, it's mainly going to be heavy rain. There is the chance a couple thunderstorms later this afternoon could contain some brief gusty winds, but the overall threat for that is rather low, but it's really going to be a heavy rain threat for the remainder of the day. So here's Future Scan. This is this is essentially a model simulation of what the atmosphere is going to look like. You can see we have a little bit of that break in the rain coverage. Watch some more rain start to develop, and again, when you get into those darker colors, that starts to indicate the heavier amounts of rainfall. That rain will continue tonight, and then ultimately as we go throughout the late night hours into early tomorrow morning, the rain tapers off, and we're going to be left with a dry Friday, but at least not as humid as either. Additional rainfall accumulations here. We might pick up about another half an inch to another 3/4 of an inch. You can see where the model is trying to paint some of the heavier swath of rain out here to the east. But again, we have a little bit more rain to go through, and we really do need to dry out. So we will get a couple days of dry time. Humid today, humid tomorrow, not bad Saturday. And here we go. Sunday and Monday, the humidity spikes up. And when we go and when the dew point reaches the 70s, that's oppressive and nasty and gross. Yeah. News Now, Cam, cloudy sky, 65 out there right now, 5-mile visibility, a little bit of light fog. Overnight tonight, fog will start to set back up, especially in the River Valley areas. Temperatures down into the mid to upper 50s, and some rain continues with a couple thunderstorms as well. Here comes the next 7 days of your life in summer, 11:56 tomorrow morning, and it's going to be feeling like summer as we take you through the weekend into early next week. It's not going to be excessively hot, but boy, that humidity is really going to spike up, so it's going to be the air you can wear come early next week. Sports is next. Do not go away.
From our doorsteps to Albany, it's about 300 miles, but most days it's like we're worlds apart. Hi, I'm George Borrello. I'm running for state senate because Albany politicians don't listen, don't lead, and they put their radical New York City agenda ahead of us.
George Borrello was born and raised here. He built a successful business before entering public service. George knows what it takes to help employers grow and prosper. It starts with ending Albany's policies crushing local businesses.
Our way of life is under attack. People are forced to leave here to look for opportunities. This has to stop. As your senator, I'll focus on training programs for workers so everyone has the skills to secure good-paying jobs and local businesses can grow and thrive. I'm George Borrello. I'll stand up for our hardworking families, businesses, farmers, and veterans every day. Albany is ignoring us. It's time they start listening.
Conservative Republican George Borrello for state senate, the voice we need working for us. Vote primary day Tuesday, June 25th. Paid for by Borrello for Senate.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
I listened. I brought the community together to meet with elected officials. I am accessible. I stand for full transparency and accountability. I will continue as your mayor to do these things. Vote June 25th. Andrew Arliuzzo.
WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Thursday, sports fans. We're nearing the end of the work week. Welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. The New York Yankees completed their 3-game sweep of the Tampa Bay Rays on Wednesday, defeating them 12-1. New York rocked 2018 Cy Young winner Blake Snell, who was pulled after a third of an inning, allowing 6 runs on just 2 hits while walking 4 batters. Gary Sanchez and Gleyber Torres each hit a home run for New York. Tommy Pham drove in Tampa's only run of the game. The Yankees will begin a 4-game homestand against the Houston Astros tonight at 7:05, while Tampa will have a 4-game road series against the Oakland A's, which also starts tonight. Also happening tonight at 7:30, the 2019 NBA Draft will take place. For any first-timers watching this tonight, the NBA Draft will consist of 2 rounds and 60 total picks. The New Orleans Pelicans will be holding this year's first overall pick, which they will be expecting to use to draft Duke forward Zion Williamson. The draft will take place at the Barclays Center, which is the home of the Brooklyn Nets. The draft will be televised on ESPN and can be viewed on CBS Sports HQ. That's today. Justin and Matt, back to you.
Alrighty, Norm, thank you. And just in time for the official start of summer, Dairy Queen is giving you a sweet treat for free. Well, sorta. All day this Friday, the fast food chain is offering free cones to celebrate the summer solstice. To get in on that deal, simply download the free Dairy Queen mobile app. From there, you'll get a single-use mobile coupon. The coupon allows customers to choose from an orange dreamsicle dipped cone, a chocolate dipped cone, or the regular vanilla cones. But there's one catch though, the offer is only valid if combined with a purchase. And Justin and Dakota, I'm sorry, but the closest Dairy Queen is in Warren.
That's not that bad of a drive.
I go there all the time, so it's okay. We used to have 2, now we have none. Thanks a lot.
I like the new orange vanilla cream dip.
Absolutely.
I'm just upset.
I've tried that before.
I'm just upset that I can't get the waffle cone. Not the waffle cone, the waffle bowl for free.
Waffle, those are good.
Yes.
Well,
those are one of my favorites.
You can buy a waffle bowl, and then Matt and I will get a cone.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. See you later. Bye, everybody.
Adios.
All right, let's see. Do we have enough time, producer, to squeeze in a... They're saying we don't.
Okay.
We don't have enough time. But we do have enough time to show this again, because why not?
It's going to be wet.
Isn't it? It's going to be wet. This is in Cattaraugus County. And let me tell you, it is pretty nasty.
Crazy.
These people are going to be cleaning up for a good minute. So we'll have details in just a bit at WNYNewsNow.com. But this is on Birch Drive off of Sawmill Run Road there in Cattaraugus County. So please be safe out there, all of our Cat County peeps who may be traveling in that area. We leave you with a live look at the HD News Now cam. Don't forget, tune in tonight, 7 o'clock, WNY News Now's Republican primary debate. We'll see you then.